from this series?
Well, first of all, congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. I lost my voice. But they did a great job of setting the tone of how the series was going to be played. I think our guys took away how hard you have to play to compete at this level. And just like tonight, you know, they got to the line 41 times, and Antetokounmpo had 20 attempts. He had 8 more than our entire team. So that means he was taking in there with force, and I guess we were fouling him. So that's a big discrepancy for me. But again, we learn from that. We take from it how hard you have to play, the intensity you have to play with for 48 minutes. And I think that's something that will help us next year going into the season to start through training camp and have this understanding of the physicality you have to play with.
Dwane, can you talk a little bit about Blake Griffin and, you know, the ovation he got and what you got from him in terms of effort this year?
Well, Blake played his heart out with basically one leg, and he gave everything he could to our team. He fought through a lot of pain, swelling, just so he could support his teammates. And, you know, I think we were in 6th place when he started experiencing the swelling and everything, but he kept with it, kept playing until he couldn't play anymore. He gave everything he could to our team. And without him, we wouldn't have had a chance to make the playoffs. So he has meant so much to our team, just his presence, his physicality and his style of play. He did a great job of transforming his game to a perimeter game plus a post-up game and to get ready for the new NBA. And so we owe him a lot as far as what he gave us, the leadership he gave to the young players. He just gave a passionate speech in the locker room about how proud he was to play with those guys and the future that he sees with the young players coming through.
Coach, Pat just asked you about Blake Griffin getting injured down the stretch. I wonder, have you had a chance to think about perhaps like a what if Blake didn't get hurt? Because certainly he wasn't the guy that you saw for most of the season, and obviously at the end of the year, it cost your team a bit of seeding as well.
It did, but I would say without him, we wouldn't have been as close as we were to 6th place, because the first part of the season he really carried us up, and even through after the All-Star break. So woulda, coulda, shoulda. He brought so much to the team. His presence, his leadership, his knowledge. That's one thing that helped us so much. His knowledge in certain situations. But like tonight, he shot, 2 free throws? 2 free throws. The way he's attacking the basket, I got to go back and watch the film. But for him to shoot 2 free throws and Antetokounmpo 20, so that's a huge discrepancy for 2 players that's going to the basket, going to the rim in an NBA game.
Coach, what is the number one thing that you're going to take away from your first year here with the Pistons as you move forward?
Well, I understand. I have a better understanding of what each player can do and can't do. And also, too, this is going to be a huge summer for our development coaches and ourselves to develop the weaknesses of some of our players, because we're going to have to grow from within. And so we have a lot of talent with our young guys, but they have some areas where they can get much better in. I learned that. I learned the competitive spirit of certain players on our team. And again, I really, really appreciate the way they fought through a lot. Losing Blake for those games. We lost Ish for quite a few games. We lost some tough games throughout the year. So I learned what guys can and can't do in those situations in close games.
During the third quarter, it seemed like the game got away when Milwaukee started to get to the free throw line a lot, and it didn't seem like you appreciated the whistle based on your technical foul in that third quarter. I wonder if with that and with the crowd kind of egging the team on with the ref chants, if you thought that perhaps there was a way that they could have handled that situation better with the.
I don't know if we could have handled it any better. I mean, in that situation, they were getting to the line. I don't think it was anything that we were doing wrong. Our top players were in foul trouble, so they had to come out of the game. So I thought that set the tone in the third quarter for us. I don't think it was anything with poise or lack of poise or anything like that. Again, we're not playing against chopped liver, but, when we have Andre Drummond in foul trouble, Blake in foul trouble, everybody, we're looking over there, Luke Kennard getting all his fouls. We had a lot of guys that were in foul trouble in that stretch. And lo and behold, that's when they went on their run.